You're listening to Those Dram Yinzers with your hosts, John and Zach.
Hey everyone, I'm John.
And I'm Zach.
And welcome to Those Dram Yinzers, where we drink bourbon
And talk about it.
Short one today.
Short one today.
For everything Those Dram Yinzers, be sure to visit thosedramyinzers.com. You can find our social media links, our Patreon page, the order form for our sweet TDY hats, and the link to Zach's favorite site.
John, are you talking about dram.thothis.com?
Why, yes I am.
Oh my goodness, it's such a great site. I would recommend it to anyone. And I do. It's got t-shirts and I'm pretty sure we have we've got stuff.
Everything.
Everything.
I think you clicked everything on there.
I'm pretty sure I clicked
Pillows, phone cases.
phone cases, hats, or not hats. Hats is separate.
No, hats are different, yes.
Shirts. I'm working on socks right now.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
With some fun patterns.
I have some bourbon socks.
And I am also working on some onesies.
Oh, yes, we got to update our onesies.
For all you parents who drink because of your little bundles of joy.
If you're interested in sponsoring the show, want us to do an ad for your product, or would like to try your product on the show, send us a DM or email us at thosedramyinzers@gmail.com. Zach, you ready to start drinking?
Always.
Let's do it. All right. So I've decided it'll be in the description who's here, but we have a special guest, and I'm super pumped to have him here. It's our good buddy who you've heard us talk about, and if you watched when I was on their show, you've seen and heard him. We got Josh from Thrifty Whiskey with us today.
What?
Welcome, buddy.
Hey, how are you guys?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm really excited to be here. And just listening to you guys do your intro, I'm like, oh, it's just like listening to the podcast.
I saw you covering your mouth, trying not to laugh or something. I was like, oh my gosh, do we look stupider than we sound?
No. It just sounds just like with having the earphones in. It's just like listening to the podcast.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I'm so sorry.
Talk about Thrifty Whiskey. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Thrifty Whiskey is a YouTube channel that I started with a couple friends of mine, where we drink whiskey. Doesn't matter if it's bourbon, rye, Canadian, Scotch, Irish, Japanese, Indian, whatever. If it's whiskey, we'll drink it. And we only do whiskeys that are $30 and under to basically try to highlight budget or thrifty whiskey, and try to find the things out there that people probably ignore because it's so cheap and are but actually great drinkers. I think a lot of the community knows about a lot of really good ones, but I think there's probably some out there that people just don't know about. So our goal is to try to help find things. We do our reviews and our flights blind, so that we don't have a bias against something just because of the label. But yeah,
and when you do your regular blinds, not the
not the fights, the flights.
Yeah, the flights. You are blind, but the audience is not.
Yeah,
you have your awesome wife come on and Vanna White the thing.
Yeah. So Joyce will come. We'll just do a brief overview of each whiskey at the beginning of the episode. So basically, everyone gets the information about the whiskey up hand, how much we paid for it, what it usually costs, the proof, what it is. As you're watching us taste and give notes, you can make fun of us because we're saying things that are completely inaccurate. I think I smell corn. This is a single malt whiskey. There is no corn in this.
So yeah, it's from an audience perspective. When I watch a show, and if I've had whatever you're trying, I definitely am you're getting what?
Oh no, yeah.
Or oh, you're so close to the prize. Just, or I can hear you second guessing yourself. No, stick with your gut.
Oh no, wait till our St. Patrick's episode. It's a nightmare.
I was very nervous. So I did 5.
Yeah, you did
5 episodes together. I was very nervous because it's not my show, so I didn't want to, sound like an idiot because it's a whole different audience, right? There's some overlap, but there's a whole different audience, basically a whole different. I never had to worry about the camera or nothing.
Oh, right.
I just get to stare at that
I don't know
beautiful
what to do
face
with
right
my
there.
hands.
I didn't. I was fidgeting all over the place. Anyway,
yeah, I think you actually said those exact words at one point. What do I do with my hands?
Yeah, yeah, and then when you would review, I was oh. Okay, I did okay, and by my standards,
right?
There was one thing I was reading a comment, and I had said in it, like, well, I'm assuming this is proof down. But again, we don't know what the bottle is during, but the audience does. And someone commented like, well, of course it's proof down. It's this and this, this. And I wanted to be like, yeah, but I didn't know that. I mean, I don't think there's a cask strength under 30 anywhere.
There's one.
There is?
There's one.
Ooh, which
Is it
one?
good?
It is amazing. Benchmark Foolproof. It's one of the things that they're testing.
You've been doing the whole benchmark lineup. Yes.
Yep. Yeah, so that one actually came out a couple weeks ago. But yeah, I mean, it's still like, you can definitely tell it's got some youngness to it, but it for, it's 125 proof for like $25.
As you can read in the title, this is the next of our best of price range series. This particular one, before we did a video episode, and of us drinking $10 and under, which went about as well as you would think it would go. Now we went up the next $5 range, 10 to 15. We wanted to have Josh on because of their very niche, price range that they look at for the show. Really, I mean, I've watched a couple episodes of stuff I've literally been like, meh, like, why would I get that? Even some of the things that we had when I was on there, I was like, well, I'm going to go buy this now.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I can't remember what you had except for the Dewar's Japanese whiskey.
Yes, there was an Irish something or other.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That was garbage.
Yeah.
It seems to have made a real lasting impression.
No, I remember the Mizuno one because it's one of our best videos. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right. I watched it when it first came out.
Killing
I haven't
it.
gone back.
Yeah, actually, two of our top like 5 videos have guest stars in them. I'm like, maybe just do more guest stars.
I was cracking up. I was watching the one, and you guys don't know. Well, Patreon. By the way, join our Patreon group. $5, $10 tier gets actual video recordings of our episodes. Sidebar. But I very much animated. That's also because I'm fidgety and I can't sit still. So I don't know what to do with my hands. So sometimes I get very animated, especially with my facial expressions. And I made some comment about like, oh, I really like this one. And I glanced at the camera because of course I stare at the camera.
Okay, in these cases, it's totally okay to look at the camera.
Yeah, right. And I'm watching the episode, and Genius over here zooms in on my face, goes black and white, and I just kind of like stare at the camera like, hi.
Well, to be fair, that was a flashback. That's why it was black and white.
Oh, okay.
Please tell me you like put like a Barry White track in with that or something.
No, I didn't do anything. It was just like a 2-second snippet because like you said something along the lines of, well, as you saw before. And then I did a flashback to what you did say before.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So that's why it was black and white. Cause
Yeah.
The past.
But I literally fell out of my chair laughing. I immediately texted him. I was like, you're killing me. This is amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
All that to say, go to YouTube, we're at YouTube, Thrifty Whiskey. Do you do like audio? Like, do you do audio podcasts too? Or is it
So we tried that and, I tried it on like one platform and then I got in with like this like podcast coalition and basically just determined that I don't think podcasting is for us. So that's why we're leaving it to you guys.
Yeah. So
we have opposite journeys because we tried to do a video our first episode.
Oh my God. Do you remember
and
that?
we were like, oh no.
I tried using like
This
our
is
old
not
camera
okay.
and the battery died after 20 minutes.
Yeah. And we were looking at the camera and I was like, John.
We only used we had one mic at that point.
Yeah. So we were basically like pretty much like almost making out and trying to stare at the camera and talk to each other
and figure out what the hell we were doing
and drinking something we knew nothing about.
Yeah, that's why I think like this friendship's would be a great friendship.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Because you guys just stick to your podcast, we'll stick to the video, and we can collab, and it's great.
That sounds great.
Yeah, all right,
Got
cool.
all our bases covered.
Yeah. So anyway, so we're going to do 4 whiskeys tonight. We've all started already drinking. We went back because of the price range and because of the ones that we have here and their limit and proofs. Our palate cleanser, palate warmer, was Old Crow. So outside of our normal makers or Buffalo Trace, we wanted to drop a little bit down on proof. So we went to Old Crow to start with this, but we are doing Heaven Hill Quality House, Ezra Brooks, Evan Williams, the black label, correct? Yeah. Cause there's a white label, isn't there?
Yeah, the white label's the Bald and Bond. There's another label that's their single barrel, and there's actually like a few other like ones out there that are but they're really expensive, so don't worry about those.
And then we decided, because we did blended whiskeys in the under $10, and was like, well, let's add a ringer to suck into this one. And we pulled out Seagram's American Blended. And I splurged and got the glass bottle versus the plastic.
Oh, John, you do spoil us.
It was the same price.
And just for our
Go ahead.
for your listeners, it is the Seagram 7, correct?
Seagram 7, sorry, yes.
Yeah. So the classic one that you blend with 7-Up.
So this is going to get real interesting. Now, I had asked you before, but I wanted to kind of have you reiterate it. Of the four we're going to have on here, what have you had on the show that, like, listeners, if they wanted to really look into it, could go to the website or go to YouTube and look up a full review on it? Yeah,
so we've done the Ezra Brooks, which I'm not proud of that episode. It's like one of our first episodes, so it's not.
Yeah, I don't like
quality.
our first ones either.
Yeah, we've done Evan Williams, so it's actually one of the Black Label, which is actually one of our most popular videos. We have not done the Quality House. We will do it at some point. I don't know when, because it's just whenever Joyce pulls it from our stash.
Got you. Oh, yes.
But at some point we'll do that one. But I have had it, so
excellent.
We don't do blended whiskey on our show.
Understood.
Because,
I mean, you do everything else, so
yeah, like everything else. If it's called whiskey, and it is whiskey, it's hard to define because, like,
right. I mean, this is 75% neutral grain spirits,
right?
So you know, which is most of the 3 out of the 4 of the under $10 were all blended,
right? And
there was 2 factors of why I wanted to, and I'm glad you pointed this out because I didn't even think about it. Is 1, we did blended before, right? And 2, people know this label. Right. We wanted to compare it to the rest of them in that price range. Now, when I talk price range, I'm specifically talking about what you can buy on Fine Wine Good Spirits site at regular price. There were a handful of ones that were on sale that were under 15, but the regular price was above 15, so I didn't include those in this show. So we're not going to Ohio to look for anything. We're not going to other states. This is what can you get in this price range on Fine Wine Good Spirits site. As much as we all hate it, what can you get when you click that button and you look through those? And we're not doing any the flavored ones,
right?
Either. So that's why I wanted to add the Seagrams, because people know Seagram 7, 7 and 7.
Yep.
Wanted to add this one into this lineup, and we'll start with that one because might as well get that out of the way.
It is also the lowest proof, so
80, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Color. Anything fancy about it? I mean, it looks.
So something to note about blended whiskey is that they can add coloring.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I keep forgetting.
I was going to say, it looks pretty standard. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
So to me, it just kind of smells like alcohol.
Rubbing alcohol.
Like, if you want to be generous, maybe like a woodsy rubbing alcohol.
I wouldn't even be that generous.
This is going to be a little bit rude, but it smells like Canadian to me.
That's okay. They're sorry.
So if it is 75% and the other 25% is whiskey, that's actually being generous. They only need to contain 20%.
I don't even know what other ones are.
Okay, so from a distance, I know that says Bankers Club, but for a minute I thought that said Wankers Club. And now I really need that to be like a whiskey name.
We could do next time we do a single barrel pick with the gang.
Wankers Club.
Wankers Club.
Are you guys gonna put like Ted Lasso on it?
Wanka. Oh my gosh. You could just say believe.
We don't have Apple TV. I don't.
I know.
Listen, I started watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Get off my ass.
I can't.
Oh, good show.
Yeah.
Butt stuff. Proud of you for getting on Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Mm-hmm. I don't know why I waited so long.
I can't even rag on you for Apple TV because I use my parents.
Yeah. Well, yeah. No one in our family has.
But I will say, if my parents didn't have it, I would pay for it for Ted Lasso alone.
Yeah, I thought about that because Lisa wants to watch it too.
One of the greatest shows.
So wait,
are you even a soccer fan?
Yeah.
Oh, you are. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. It's vanilla-y. Little.
Yeah, I got like chocolate.
I get caramel.
Strangely, we all got different things. Great,
but all sweet things.
Yeah, it's kind of like candy.
Yeah,
At least a little like a tingly on my tongue.
You definitely get that strange, like
Yeah.
yeah,
It's a little waxy.
makes sense.
I'm sticking with my Canadian note.
I will say, like, I'm not offended by it. I don't think
No.
It's not. I mean, I'm not about to bust out the other three, but from what I remember of the other three blended, that probably would have beat them.
Oh, yeah.
There's likely 5% more whiskey in this.
Oh, true. Yeah, I'll look later.
No. Also, that kind of makes sense now why this probably tastes good with 7-Up.
Oh, true.
Yeah, this would taste really great with 7-Up.
Yeah. It's like it's made for.
Actually, I'm not mad at that.
No. I'm surprisingly not mad at it either.
Can I bother you, Josh, for a second?
Yeah, what's
Can
up?
you hit the letter F on my keyboard
F to pay respects.
and then enter?
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
I don't have a cool thing for that.
Yeah. All I have to do is type in F on my browser and it goes automatically to
Finally good spirits.
my good spirit.
That's a fair point. Yeah.
I didn't have enough room down here to put my keyboard because I'm in a different spot. As you can see, if you join our Patreon page,
Jeez, John.
Josh is in our Patreon.
Sure am.
Josh,
I
you are a
can-
gentleman and a scholar.
While I look up the actual price, so I want to have all the prices on here. Do you guys have a Patreon?
We do
you
not.
do
We
you do
do
that.
buy me a coffee because it lets you do one-time donations.
Yeah. Patreon does, but it's very hard to.
Oh, I didn't used to.
It's hard. Yeah. It's hard to figure it out.
Yeah, so we had some people who wanted to give like one-time donations, and so we briefly had Patreon set up and buy me coffee. And it's like, no, this is dumb. I'm just going to do buy me a coffee. But then I'm also a little bit worried because no one does buy me a coffee. Everyone does Patreon. So,
I'll buy you a coffee.
oh, thanks.
$12 for the Seagram 7 blended.
I'm gonna be honest, dude. I can't believe I'm gonna say this. I put it at a Haas because
Oh, right. I forgot about the ratings.
I just I didn't hate it. It wasn't like if I'm in the mood for like whiskey and I want it to taste like a proper whiskey, not this. But if I'm at home and I'm looking for something to mix with a Sprite or a ginger ale or something like that,
Or like if I'm going to make like. Now,
if I'm making like a highball or something,
I've made like batch drinks. Like now, if I'm making batch drinks for like you guys, we're making like fancy fashions, Manhattans and shit. But like if I'm doing like a 7 and 7, like but I want to do a bit, I would probably
I don't think it would hurt to have this in
for
the
$12
bar.
I would have this somewhere.
You know,
Yeah.
it wouldn't hurt to have it on hand.
It definitely has like qualities in it that are not you're not going to get in these other whiskeys.
Yeah,
Whereas these other whiskeys would be weird in certain cocktails.
yeah.
Like putting it in these other whiskeys, I'm guessing. I mean, we haven't tried them yet, but I'm guessing it would not be appropriate for a 7-Up.
Yeah. Like, can you imagine putting like, I know it's not in this group, but can you imagine like putting like a Makers in a 7-Up?
That sounds weird.
Yeah,
Let's
that
not
would
do
be,
that.
that would taste weird.
Yeah.
So the fact that this is probably only like 25% whiskey,
Yeah.
that probably actually it works in its favor for the, if you're going to mix it with pop.
Yeah. So I mean, I bought it, so I have it.
Okay.
When I go out and like unless I'm making a batched something or other, like I would put that at a house for that. Other than that, I probably would just be like throw it out, you know, in the grand scheme of things. Now,
Yeah.
you know, I'll render like a final judgment once we've gone through all 4 of them. But yeah, what about what do you think?
Yeah, no, I definitely feel what you're saying. I probably just going to actually put it at a downtown and like downtown go get a cocktail.
There you go.
Otherwise, yeah, like if it's at home, probably throw it out. Honestly, I mean, personally, I don't make cocktails a whole lot at home. So yeah, just not really going to fit in my bar.
Yeah. All right. What do we want to do next?
If I may suggest, I think we do Quality House.
That's
Quality
what I
House,
was thinking too.
It's 80 proof, so we might as well just work our way up in proof.
Yeah. Because 90 and what I say 80, 86. So that's what I was thinking too. Let's go up in proof.
Yeah.
So we'll finish with the only cork in the group.
We will.
That's true. Yeah. And if I may,
Go right ahead. You brought it.
You
did.
may
You did.
not.
okay. So something that's something to note is that two of these products are from Heaven Hill. So the Quality House and the Evan Williams are both from Heaven Hill. So we are going to be going for like their cheap entry to like they're also still cheap, but not quite as cheap. So yeah, I guess I should probably pour.
Yeah, go ahead and pour. This is Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, so we have left the blended. Already said it's 80 proof, and is this sour mash as well? It's charcoal filtered.
Mm-hmm. I think it's 3 years. It should say somewhere on the bottle what the age is. It might be on the neck, though.
36 months, 3 years. Yep. Genuine sour mash, charcoal filtered just prior to bottling. So different than, and we don't have to get into that whole debate, the charcoal filtering that Jack Daniels goes through prior to going into the barrel.
Yep. Right.
This has already been
Barrel
aged and everything, and so in between that and the bottle, it's charcoal filter.
Yep.
So,
which definitely has a huge impact on taste.
Mm-hmm. What do you smell?
It smells more like whiskey than the other one did.
Absolutely.
Okay, this is going to sound weird. It smells cold.
No, I actually get exactly what you mean. Yeah.
Like there's a chill in my nose.
Like a crispness?
Like a crispness.
Okay.
Like a
I get that.
Like a morning cold winter air.
Ooh, yeah.
Crispness to it.
Yeah.
That kind of like tickles high in your nose.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Look at you coming out. Guns blazing.
Other than that, though, I'd say like very generic bourbon. Like
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Vanilla-y a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit oaky.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a little bit of cherry.
I'm diving in. Vanilla.
Straight up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting a lot of pepper, if I'm honest.
Already better than the Seagrams.
Well, yeah.
I'm just, making it known.
John's seal of approval.
Oh, wow. I enjoy that. I see your pepper towards the back.
Yeah. Getting on the second sip, I was getting a teensy weensy bit of cherry. It definitely tastes light. You know,
I mean, it tastes 80 proof.
Yeah.
It tastes 80
Yeah.
proof, and like you were saying, Josh, the fact that they charcoal filter all of like the fats and stuff like
You ready
all of the character out of it.
Yeah, it's definitely like.
Does Heaven Hill charcoal filter all their stuff?
I don't think so. I think I'm not positive.
So I'd be curious to taste, obviously you can taste a charcoal filter and a non-charcoal filter, but like I would love to be able to taste like the same thing done both ways to really.
Yeah, I was just thinking
To really
I would
be
love
like,
to
how
try
does this
this,
change?
Not
Because
charcoal filter.
I know there's the whole debate with
Jack.
chill filtered,
Mm-hmm.
right? When you cool it down, pull all the fats and stuff out, which
Yeah.
some people says takes away a lot of the flavor. But I'm curious, like what this tasted prior to it and then after.
Right.
I mean, for 80 proof, I don't hate it.
What's the price range? Can we ask that now that we've tried it?
12, same as the Seagrams.
Oh, Haas.
So side by side,
can I add-
go ahead.
Also, it's a 1 liter bottle.
Yes, 1 liter versus $7.50. Yeah, so I mean, $12. You got these standing next to each other. Which one you grabbing?
Oh,
Like I take back my I talked about like the Seagram 7 and 7. Like no, I'd probably grab this. Same price, actual whiskey,
And there's 250 milliliters more of it.
and there's
Yeah.
yes, exactly.
this would make a really nice old fashioned.
I think it would definitely allow the other aspects of an old fashioned to come through.
I had a moment this year where I was like, I'm not going to drink during the week, and
And then that changed.
that lasted a week.
Yeah.
And then we talked about the state of the world. We don't have to get back into it.
Yeah, let's not.
No,
But
it's
I
not.
was just kind of like, I could use a liquid hug
from the state of Kentucky.
from the city or Pennsylvania.
Oh, that's yeah.
All right.
I just never heard of a Pennsylvania hug before. That's all.
You said Haas.
Well, I mean, obviously, I have it in my house
Yes.
because I pretty much live in these price ranges.
Exactly, yes.
This is a little bit different for me.
That's why I would love. That's why. And it's another reason why I really want like where are the brand? Like we're thinking all like there's no. I mean, not that there's no price range. Like not trying to sign a hoity-toity, but
Right.
like there's no cap for our show. But like there is for you because that's like that's your
So,
gig.
like this is like so yeah. So I live obviously like these next two whiskeys I've had and multiple times I've had, and if we're only limiting ourselves to Fine Wine Good Spirit stuff, which we are, then I would say house. Yeah, I guess house.
You're allowed to say downtown.
I know. I might say downtown actually because
I threw out an Ardbeg 12.
yeah,
So
that was Arbor 10.
10.
tried to block as much of that from
I
my
know.
mind as I can.
10, 22 is
I'll say
12.
day
I got
22.
you.
Yeah.
You know.
What, actually, I think when we did the calendar and we did day 22, I was like, this is really smoky. I'm like, oh, this is for Zach.
Yeah, and Zach wasn't here.
I was not. And I also missed the TX. I was so upset
did.
about that. I mean, I have it at home, but I was really upset that I didn't get to drink it with you.
Anyways,
Yeah.
I'm going to go downtown because honestly, for $10, I can get Old Crow. And I think I like Old Crow more, which it might be weird to say, but
Which these may pair up against each other someday. We'll see. We'll see how many episodes we get out of this price range series. So, excellent.
All
right.
of the episodes.
So let's move to the other Heaven Hill product, the Evan Williams, correct?
yep.
Hello, Evan.
Evan Williams, 86 proof. It's also sour mashed.
Yeah.
Is this one charcoaled?
Yeah, but yes, it is. I'm pretty sure it is.
Bottle.
Nope. Let me read the bottle once. Zach hands it to me, and I'll
Yeah, I would know if I was staring at it, but I handed it off, and then I started talking about it like an idiot.
Let's see here. I'm pretty sure it is, but no, I'm not. Genuine sour mash, extra aged in oak, whatever that means.
You've heard of oak?
Double oaked?
This is extra.
No, it's just aged. It's like Jim Beam Black, where it's just it's aged longer than our other offering.
Gotcha.
Which I think the other offering is just this quality house. If I'm honest.
They do it an extra day. It's extra oak.
Oh, here we go. This bourbon is aged and charcoal filtered for a smoother, more complex flavor. I don't believe the more complex part at all. But okay.
And does this have it so that Heaven Hill was 3? Does it have an age statement on that?
I don't think it does, but it is Kentucky straight bourbon, so it is at least 4 years old.
2.
The 2, but if it's any younger than 4, it has to have an age statement on it.
Yes,
so because
thank
there's
you.
no age statement on it, it's at least 4.
Yeah.
Smells like whiskey. Smells like a bourbon.
I got more out of the Heaven Hill.
I did too. It's just
I mean,
kinda
if I
smells
really
like
reach,
earthy,
I get a little bit of the oakiness, but
corny.
yeah.
Maybe a little more. Yeah, I think I get the corn. Maybe a little more vanilla for me, actually.
If I really reach, I might be getting a little bit of leather.
Yeah. But I don't like having to like really deep.
Is there- I think I like the. Sorry,
I did not inhale.
I really went for a sip. I think I like the palate better than the. So we did this one in a blind with Oak Row and was it Very Old Barton 80 proof, and actually the Ezra Brooks. I won't give the full results, but when I was doing the lineup, I thought for sure this one was Evan Williams because it tasted older. It had more flavor and such. And I'm like, oh, this other one's like, bro, this one's really thin. Like, this doesn't have like a lot of flavor. I'm like, okay, this one's a lot of flavor. It's got to be Evan Williams. This one that's really thin, it's got to be Oak Crow. Switch them.
That's funny. Yeah, that's got an interesting, like very oaky. As silly as it's more oak than the Heaven Hill.
The palate's way nicer than the nose on this one.
Absolutely. Well, there's actually a palate to this one.
Yeah.
There was no nose to this one.
I think your leather note actually comes out a lot on the palate.
Yeah, it was like a sweet leather. I'm getting like a cherry leather on this guy a little bit. Mm-hmm. John, I just want to real quick. Do you think about like 3 years ago
When we started,
and it was like, what notes are you getting? Alcohol.
when we used to pull up the site,
Yeah. What about you? Well, according to the internet, I'm getting.
and then halfway through it, Aaron gave us our flavor wheel to figure it out.
Yeah. He was like, I can't listen to this anymore. I have to fix them.
Or when Jim corrected us when we had, it was one of Wiggles, one of their single barrels where they used their one corn type, and it was like a reddish corn.
Oh, that's the Wapsie.
No. It was one of the single barrels I have up here. We had made like, because it had a reddish tint to it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I wonder if that's because of the corn. Not thinking, idiot, it gets turned clear. And Jim Huff like corrected us, like he like messaged us like specifically. He's like, just so we're clear, that goes clear first. So the reddish tint is not because of corn. And he gave us the whole bit. And meanwhile, I'm going, the owner of Liberty Bowl like message us. Jesus, we literally can't go an episode without
Talking about them. Well, you asked me, was it last episode or 2 episodes
Yeah,
ago? You
no,
said,
a couple episodes.
What
yeah.
was the one
line
up that I couldn't go without? And I honestly had to say Liberty Bowl. I don't know. I drank the Kool-Aid. I'm in deep.
All right, so I just went back to back with Evan Williams and Heaven Hill.
I made a mistake, so I can't do that. Can I have the
Heaven Hill?
yeah, I have no.
Yep.
Thanks.
Oh, I did the same. I polished mine off.
Oh, I didn't post mine off. I actually dumped it into the blended.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah, we'll definitely do a whole
We'll have to do a
mix.
little mix.
Yeah.
I have a really bad habit of being like, oh, well, we're moving on to the next one. Better polish this off.
We learned
I only have a 30-minute drive home.
we learned really early not to do that.
You would think at this point I would know.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Fool me once.
I think between the two, Evan Williams, Heaven Hill, or the Quality House, I think for me, I'd go Heaven Hill over this one.
Really.
Could I see the Heaven Hill? I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, yeah. I think I just got my glasses mixed up, so I'm not sure which one's which right now.
That's why I line them all
Okay,
out.
this one smells oaky, so this is definitely the
That's what I should have done, yes.
Heaven Hill, not the Seagram's candy store. Just a skosh, just a smidge.
I mean, I like the oakiness that the Evan Williams gives, but I just like the overall palette of Heaven Hill better. Price. Now, Evan Williams, again, $7.50 versus one liter.
I gotta go Heaven Hill too. The overall experience from nose to palate is more enjoyable. It's
Yeah.
warmer, and actually going back to the Heaven Hill after the Evan Williams, I got so little on the nose of the Evan Williams that going back to the Heaven Hill, I got so much more off of it. The oakiness, the woodiness comes through. Do you know? Okay, so you know when you get a Fort Pitt and you can go in the pillbox outside, that kind of earthy,
Gotcha.
woodsy smell. I get that on the Heaven Hill nose now. Going back to it,
So, Evan Williams, $14.99.
Heaven Hill, Heaven Hill. Between the two of them, that wins. So in that case, I'm going to put Evan. I can't believe I'm saying this because I did enjoy the taste of the Evan Williams, but I'm going to say if I had to choose between the two, I know I don't have to choose between the two.
No, we're both here.
But if I'm going to the store,
Yeah.
I'm going to pick up the Heaven Hill first. So I'm going to say Evan Williams is a downtown for me.
Yeah, I'd say that as well. Downtown. I was thinking of that, yeah. Joshua?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely got my glasses mixed up. I had no idea which one's which. I do think that going back and forth between the two, that I'm not sure which is which. They're definitely closer than I thought they were, or like going back and forth. Like when I first went into the Evan Williams, like you said, Zach, and I had the Evan Williams, it's like, oh, this Evan Williams is like way better on the palate. Then going back to the Heaven Hill afterwards, like, oh, this actually isn't as different as I thought it was. So I'm gonna go downtown this one as well.
Cool.
I know this is like a favorite of people. Like a lot of people, my friends who they're not like into whiskey, but like, oh, they like have a whiskey. This is the whiskey they have. Actually, I think this might have been the first whiskey I had that I knew I was drinking whiskey.
Gotcha.
That's not a bad way to start, man.
I mean, it was a handle, and it was the night before graduation. So
Still,
yeah.
Yeah, I
before
went back to the
before
Evan Williams.
graduation. I had a fifth of Captain and Coke. Couldn't remember most of my night, so I mean,
Been there.
I would say you definitely took the classy way, man.
Yeah, I just went back to the Evan Williams again, and Heaven Hill.
Heaven
all
Hill.
day.
Yeah, I honestly, the more I drink this, the more I really think tomorrow on my lunch break,
You can grab one
I have a dentist appointment, but
after.
right after the dentist appointment, I'm gonna boogie on down to the state store and get a
I think
thing of
definitely,
Heaven Hill.
yeah, definitely considering that it's a 1 liter bottle and it's $3 shaver. It's like, yeah, you gotta go with that.
I'm really excited actually to take that home and try to make an old fashioned out of that. The Heaven Hill.
Cool.
I think it's gonna taste really good.
All right. Let us know.
All right.
I will. You'll see an Instagram post. I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I'm a bit of an influencer. Okay.
Is it gonna be on your page, or is it gonna be on your page, or is it gonna be on the?
No, it's gonna be on those Dram Yinzers, and
Okay,
I'll be
man.
wearing like a really like low cut shirt and like super low cut jeans,
Perfect.
showing off my rock hard flab.
And on that note,
Yeah.
let's move to Ezra Brooks. You want to hand me that so I can
Yeah.
take a peeksy peeks? So 90 proof. So we are going up for proof in this one. Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. This is also a sour mash. So all three of these are sour mashes. Minus the
cheaper.
Seagram's. What?
It's cheaper.
True.
Actually, it's not. I said true. It's cheaper and it's a more consistent flavor profile.
And based on what you were saying earlier about how they are generally trying to market to a customer who kind of finds what works for them and then kind of lives there,
Pretty much, yeah.
then that consistency is going to be really key in your marketing and your customer retention. I mean, people.
Well, and not that these customers are drinking this know what sour mash even is, but
But they do, and they know that if they use a sour mash, then they
Yeah.
will get those customers back.
This is also charcoal filtered. It's for Luxrow Distillery, but it's bottled and aged in Kentucky. So this is sourced for Luxrow.
yeah, you want to know where they're probably sourcing from?
No, I can't think of which Kentucky one. I know like Dickel is a big one in Tennessee, and then
No,
obviously
Dickel.
MGP.
But it is Kentucky because it says Kentucky.
Right.
Yeah, it's believed they're sourcing from Heaven Hill.
Oh, that's funny.
If that's the case, then I'm very much looking forward to this.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that means like 3 of these 4 are probably Heaven Hill distillate.
And just gone up in proof.
Yeah.
So Heaven
I don't
Hill's
see
doing
it
all right
age.
for themselves right
I
now.
don't see an age, but like you said with the Evan Williams, it does say straight, but with no age statement. So
So at
the
least 4.
Please enjoy responsibly. No.
Don't tell me what to do, Evan.
This is
That-
Ezra.
What's that?
This is Ezra.
Oh, Ezra. Ugh. John, wait. We missed it. This was our only chunk.
I did it.
I heard it.
You weren't listening. You're too busy making fun of the wrong one.
Can you do it again for me?
Oh, for Christ's sake.
There it is.
It's not a great core pot.
I was going to say something and you made me forget, so I don't know.
I'm real good at that.
Luxrow.
I don't know. Oh, I wanted to thank you for bringing 2 out of the 4 tonight. You brought the Ezra and the Quality House. So thank you, Josh, for bringing stuff.
Thank you.
Yeah. I finished off the Evan Williams, so I didn't have a bottle. And it... Well, no, I don't want to give away spoilers. Okay, I have to do it now since everyone else did it.
There it is. Oh. Have you guys ever heard anything as sexy as that in your life? Don't answer that. There could be fathers listening to this in the car with their kids in the morning on the way to school. They shouldn't be, but they could be.
There's a like a meme going around on like the interwebs of it's something like nothing smells better than the way the one you love smells or something like that. The person you love smells, and then someone comment underneath and like, so you've never been to a Cinnabon?
Dude, Cinnabon, though. I mean, I could have had like a 12-course meal at like freaking Buca de Beppo by myself, and I could roll into the mall and I'd be like, Cinnabon, I could eat.
Oh, it's always
I'm pretty sure there's crack in that.
most likely.
There has to
There's one in the airport, and anytime we've taken
yeah.
Southwest,
Yeah.
it's on the Southwest wing. But I'm just like, well,
Well, that makes me
Eating
just
one on
want
the
to fly Southwest, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, there's a truck stop in between here and Niagara Falls, like in New York, and they have a Cinnabon, and every time I'm like, ooh.
is it the one with like that's like only on one side and you can
Yeah,
walk
you get to
across
cross.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
that one.
that's the one. We stop at that one all the time.
Yeah,
when we're
yeah,
going
it's
up
the
to
best
New York.
one.
Yeah.
Damn it, John. Now
What?
I really want Cinnabon.
Actually, legitimately though, if you want almost Cinnabon quality, maybe even equal to Cinnabon quality, Oakmont cinnamon buns are dope, and they are like half the price of cinnamon. So
Oakmont Bakery is great.
I
That's
do
accurate. need
to go to Oakmont because I got it, and I'm going to butcher the name. The Putchkis.
oh, the Ponchki
Ponchki, thank you. I got to get some.
or Ponchki. Some
However you say it. Yeah.
Some Polish guy's gonna comment and be like, "Yo, this is
I'm
completely
Italian. Leave
gross."
me alone.
I hate these guys. I'm never listening to them again. I'm actually going to take money out of their Patreon. Fuck these guys.
Because I got to go. Because I got to get a bunch of those because I love them. And then we usually drop. I tell you what. I always say we drop a good like amount of dough on there.
Wait. I had to get the TikTok-y thing in there. That's what.
Wait, is that?
Remember, it's the guy who goes like, "Hey," and then they like slap
I
a
don't know
chair
that
and
one.
they go,
I don't know that one.
It's actually pretty funny, and I'm trying to be relevant for the youth.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's out of style now. Actually, it's an old one.
Whatever.
It's a little meme, sir, but checks out.
But yeah, no, I gotta get. No, I say we always drop a lot of money when we go there, but we really don't. Like, it's all like we buy a lot of stuff, but then it's like I only walk out spending like $40. But
That's not
I
bad at
bought
all.
like a ton of stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
But
not
when you
bad
go to
at all.
Oakmont, it's not bad.
right.
Do you ever browse their clearance area?
No, because I'm usually like,
What is that like? What they failed to sell the day before, so they just
Yeah,
trying to
it's
get
like
it
their day old product.
probably because I usually
It's like 50%.
I walk over,
Oh,
get a
no.
container of the sprinkle thumbprints, rainbow sprinkle thumbprints, and if we time it right, by the time I've grabbed that, our number has been called because you go on off hours, so we're not busy. And then I get a dozen of the red velvet cookies,
I just want to make a
red
note.
velvet chocolate chip cookies. Yes, please.
Make a note here to the listeners. He said when they're not busy, he still had to wait for the number to be called
Yeah, yeah.
because that's how insanely busy and popular Oakmont Bakery is.
If Oakmont Bakery is looking to sponsor a podcast, I would recommend those Dram users. I'll tell you what, we'll go down and we'll pair all y'all's pastries, all Yin's pastries, there you go, with a whiskey. I can't guarantee
be
it'll be
fun.
right, but it'll be a lot
Yeah.
of fun.
They did something with their donuts and a brewery around here, actually.
Oh, did they? They're always doing collabs.
Yeah.
Well, then collab with us.
And they did the Turner's collab with the Oakmonter.
Yes, they did.
That was good.
Milk,
Delicious. Yeah.
Oakmont milk.
No,
Oh yeah. Okay, you looked at me like you didn't know what I was talking about.
No, I'm picking up what you're putting down. I'm just having a hard time processing how amazing that sounds right now. You are making me insanely. I was not going to stop at Sheets on the way home.
Now you are.
I'm going to get there and I'm going to be like, do you guys have any Oakmont Bakery cinnamon rolls? Wait, so while we're talking about bakeries, Josh, do you want to plug your wife's bakery?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah, I can. I feel a little awkward. So she used to work at Oakmont, but
Suck it, Oakmont! Sorry, please don't.
no. She just
Please don't. I'm
she
just kidding.
became a mom and just had it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Twas a jest. I only meant that in jest.
Yeah, so my wife just started a bakery. She did go to school for it, and like I said, worked at Oakmont. It's kind of like her side hustle. Mm-hmm. She it's Just Desserts by Joyce Kiesler. That's Giesler, because that's important. And yeah, she basically just does like a special item every month right now, and like special like cookie orders and stuff. So yeah, she has a site and stuff. I don't know much about it. She kind of like just started like all this stuff the past couple of weeks.
Nice.
And I haven't seen a whole lot of it actually. So yeah, when's this episode coming out?
Probably 2 weeks from today.
Soon.
Okay, so that means you probably just missed the brownie with mint, buttercream, and chocolate ganache.
Well,
But-
everyone else did. But I'm just
won't.
saying, if she's looking to have anyone try recipes on a show, two guys who might drink a lot and then get kind of, snacky towards the end of an episode,
Yeah, and she
give really honest, blunt, unfiltered reviews, unlike the whiskey that we're drinking right now.
Of all, well, minus the Seagrams, of everything we've had, which is quite possibly all Heaven Hill.
Heaven Hill.
I was staring at the bottle, that's why I said it. This has the most nose.
Yeah. This definitely, like, off the bat, you can tell this is a little bit more complex.
And so I'm definitely getting a lot more cherry in this one.
There is fruitiness to it. But I got fruit notes. I got a nice caramel note.
Apricot.
Okay.
This is going to sound weird, but it's a leathery apricot.
I'm not gonna lie, I think that's been a note that we've had for this whiskey too.
Oh, really?
I can't remember though.
And
I feel like I remember someone saying leathery apricot before, and we're like, what? But yeah,
is it my doppelganger?
it was probably Eric. Yeah, if anyone said it was probably
Is it
Eric.
my brother from another mother?
Eric gets apricot notes, I think, more than any of the others.
I never get apricot notes, so that's why I'm kind of surprised by this.
a
And
couple
also,
times.
it smells dry. Just like the other one smelled cold, this one smells dry.
Are we going for taste? All right, here we go. Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Sweet pepper spice.
Yeah. Ooh, that's
Dies
nice.
out pretty quickly.
Yeah, but when you've got it, it's good. Also, I want to comment, this has got really long legs.
Wait for me, I got little legs. There's your TikTok reference.
Do ba do ba do ba do ba do ba do ba do do do.
I get, you know what?
Really
I
old
get
now.
a lot of the notes on the nose, on the palate. It's a very, there's a big similarity between the two.
Yeah, yeah. You're definitely not surprised by anything. Like nothing's like, oh, this is not what I was expecting.
I really like. All right, Ezra. I see you. I see you, Ezra.
Wow. Went back and forth between Ezra and Evans. A little bit of similarity there. Maybe it's just that pepper is kind of sticking out a little bit more.
I liked the Ezra when we had it, but I gotta be honest. I'm mixing up my names again. I like the Evan, but compared to the Ezra, the Evan tastes a little flat to me. The Ezra's got a more robust palate.
You are not wrong.
Well, it also actually has a nose to it.
Yeah. Now, this is weird. I'm gonna have to. I brought snacks for the ride home. Don't worry. And I have a
Yeah,
ton.
that's what I'm trying to think. Okay, Ezra or Heaven Hill? Well, before we start really comparing the two, right? Just looking at Ezra.
Haas.
I'm gonna go Haas as well. And this bad boy, $14.99.
House. Yeah, no question.
All right,
This is
so
something
now
I would pour this over ice and
And
just
it might-
enjoy it as is.
And it might work because it's 90 proof.
Yeah.
You know, like $14.99, 90 proof.
I might be going to buy 2 whiskeys tomorrow after my dentist appointment.
And still spend less than $30.
I know, right?
So
Your
let's look at
show is a godsend.
right
Hear that, everyone? Thank you.
of every. I mean, I've listened and I've watched a ton of whiskey podcasts, whiskey YouTube. I did a lot in preparation of this because I didn't want to just be like everyone else, right? I wanted to have some sort of different kick to it before we realized the awesomeness that is Pennsylvania rye.
Amen.
I haven't seen any other. I'm sure you probably. I don't know if you did like how much research you did prior to starting yours. Like I don't think I've ever seen one that's had a price like
Yeah.
range. Or cap.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe there probably is, and I'm just not.
I
Finding
was on
it.
the
don't
phone
know.
with my sister on the way up here, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, I'm going to John's. I'm going to record." Josh is coming from Thrifty Whiskey, and their whole thing is that they do, a certain price range whiskeys. And my sister's first comment to that was, and it stung a little. She said, "Oh, that's really useful." And I was like, "I don't know if I like the implication, but you're not wrong." My podcast may be superfluous, but I can't argue the fact
Oh,
that...
no. You guys are not.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding. I didn't take it that way at all.
Good.
I'm just being smarmy. But she was like, "Oh, that's really great that they do that." And it really is. Like, guys, I mean, I'm walking out of here with 2 new whiskeys that I'm excited to try in various forms this week.
I can't pick.
You can't pick. Okay.
I like them
All
both for. There's a little bit more of a pepperiness with the Ezra. The Heaven Hill definitely has the sweeter notes that I typically like. They're both about neither's flat to the other. You know what I mean? That's a tough pick. I mean, if you're gonna go, bang for your buck, you got to go Heaven Hill 1 liter for 12 over, $7.50 for 15.
I don't know.
Time.
All right, so the
Yeah, can I get that? Yeah, thank you.
The Heaven Hill, oh man, I gotta say I love the nose on the Heaven Hill, and here's why. John, and you know me, I'm a sucker for a good warm
Yes.
nose,
Mm-hmm.
and the Heaven Hill has a really warm nose. It's not peaty, it's not fireplace, but it's lived in.
Mm-hmm.
It's warm, it's comfortable. I really love the nose on the Heaven Hill. But I think that the Ezra Books, again, has a more robust flavor profile. But I think between these two, I think I would get the Heaven Hill and make a bomb-ass cocktail with that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would get the Ezra Brooks, and I'd have a real easy sip and whiskey.
Got you.
That's kind of where I'm landing with this. They're both a Haas for me for two totally different reasons. And then, like you said, Josh, I'm still walking out of there paying less than I would for a bottle of Maker's Mark.
Yeah.
Roughly.
No, yeah. I mean, Makers goes for like what, $29.99 these days?
It might have gone up. I think the last time I bought it, I haven't bought it.
Last time I bought it was 26.
Yeah. But it might have gone up. Who knows?
Probably. I mean, everything's gone up.
I mean, total, we're still looking at what, 27?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because what did you say? It was 12 and 14?
Yep. 12 and 15.
12 and 15?
$14.99.
They got me with their marketing.
Yeah.
$14.99. The reason they do that is because in your mind you hear the 14, but they're actually getting closer to
15. Yeah. All right. So just like we did with the last one, hopefully this one is 1,000% better. A blend of all four.
I'm gonna need some of the Seagrams because I
Rightfully drank it.
hate myself. I don't. I didn't dislike the Seagrams. It's just that, after having these others, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, it's good to know what whiskey tastes like.
I'm sure
again.
if we did a different show, we did the cheap blended. I'm sure that would have came out on top.
Oh yeah, for cheap blendeds, this is great. And I'll probably get a bottle of this just to keep in my bar for like parties and stuff. But
And you know what? That's the other thing too that I want to preface, and that's why I actually missed the Heaven Hill when I was originally looking at it, because Josh, you had pointed out to me that it was there. I was only looking at 750s, but I was like, when I went and got the two that I needed to buy today, I was like, oh, we totally like blew by, which I'm not mad about, but we blew by Imperial.
I don't know what that is.
It's a bottom shelfer. You see it in a lot of like dive, but Imperial, I think it's blended.
Does it only come in 175s?
Yeah. Hold on.
Sense.
Yeah, Imperial blended whiskey. It only comes in 175.
Yeah,
1.75s.
I tend to just kind of ignore those. Just because like, at that point, it's just
Yeah, adapt. Yeah, no, thank you. All right, so nose on the blend.
well, we're all gonna have a different level of blend.
True. Yeah, we didn't like measure it up.
I'm getting the Heaven Hill over everything.
which one?
The actual Heaven Hill.
The actual Heaven Hill, the
Quality house.
Yeah.
Heaven Hill
That's
Quality
right. This is
House
a joke.
Old Style Bourbon, Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, 80 proof. I am getting that.
See, I think I had a lot more of the Seagrams in my blend, so I'm not really getting much on the nose.
See, I had very little of the Heaven Hill in mine. I'm still getting it over like everything else. Sorry, Josh, you were going to say something.
No. I don't know what my blend is like because I went less track for a second, and then I think I poured the Heaven Hill like twice. So, I mean, it's
I don't hate it.
yeah.
The Seagrams honestly waters it down.
Yeah, kind of.
I mean,
Yeah.
the Seagrams kind of comes through the most because it's just like sugar.
This just tastes like dive bar whiskey.
Yeah, it's not hard to drink. It's really easy, but it's not going to leave a lasting impression. There's no hug. There's no lingering flavor. There's the Heaven Hill brings up the nose. The Seagrams brings down the palate, in my opinion.
I'm sure if we just did just the Evan Williams, the Ezra, and the Heaven Hill, it'd be like
I mean, I got my old Crow sitting over here still, and I'd take that over the blend.
Yeah.
Not that you be blend. Not that everyone's dying to blend $10 to $15 whiskey.
that's something we're looking into. I'm trying to figure out a good like avenue to do that. Like, hey, how can you blend cheap whiskeys to make a better product?
That would be cool.
Speaking of blends,
We could call it the Thrifty Yinzer.
there you go. Speaking of blends, our show Infinity bottle is now capped out. This current installment is 0 to 3 years.
Okay.
So it was whatever we had left, which there wasn't much left of our 0 to 2 year. And then I filled it up with everything from after 2 years, so like up to our 3 year. So nothing we've had recent since this past October is in it. Only because I want to have like yearly like samples, but also it's full because we had a lot. So it's pretty full. We'll have to do that on a show sometime.
Yep. Well, Josh, you'll have to join us.
Yeah, I thought about doing that once with our show, and then I was like, I stopped. It's like I can't keep track of this.
Oh, don't ask me what's all in there and the ratios. I just start dumping.
There's a really cool app for it, but
I would imagine so.
yeah, it's like think just if you search Infinity Bottle in the App Store, you'll find one. You can put in like what it is, how much of it you're putting in, what the proof is. You know, they'll tell you exactly like how much is in your bottle, what the proof is of your bottle, and then like if you take anything out, you can log that. You have to log like how many ounces you take out and stuff. It's a really cool app, but
if I ever try it again with something different, and that has a lot of people they don't blend. The Infinity bottles are usually very
blend.
specific. This is
everything.
This is everything.
Yeah,
So-
that's what I did too.
Yeah. Well, this was fun.
Do we have a for sure winner?
I don't know.
I don't. I am stuck between the Ezra Brooks and the Heaven Hill Quality House, for
Which is
two
weird
very
because you
different
got
reasons.
Quality House, you got a liter.
Yeah.
So you get a little bit more bang for your buck
Yeah.
at $12. But Ezra is 90 proof. A little bit more robust flavors rather than, crisp, sweeter notes than the Heaven Hill.
Yeah. I did a
Yeah, I don't think I could pick. Well, we have to pick, but
No, we don't. It's our show.
the point is just picking the best of each price range.
I'm going.
I think I'm gonna. Go ahead.
I'm going with the Ezra, but that's just me.
I know I'm torn.
Oh man, it's honestly flip a coin for me right now. I'm gonna go Heaven Hill, just because the nose on that one got me, and when I say it is squeaking by like a hair, like a literal hair, Heaven Hill for me, just because of bang for my buck.
Yeah, I think those same reasons. I think I'm gonna go with the Heaven Hill. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm buying both of them.
Well, I mean, I have. Well, yeah. Well, no, I don't have both because you.
Yeah, they're both my bottles. Actually, I have an extra bottle I brought. I can leave with you. So,
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Heaven Hill.
Here's the question: is the winner the better value or the better tasting?
That's a good point.
I think for me, it is how much quality are you getting for the price?
Which I think is the correct answer. Just saying. I just agree, but I think it's the correct answer.
And for that reason, I'm going to stick with the Heaven Hill because I enjoyed it, getting a lot more of it for less. And again, the nose on that one to me was just the winner for tonight.
Like I don't like. There's a lot in difference in proof. They're 10 in different 80 to 90. Which a lot of people go, well, I'd go with the 90 proof. But like for that big of a jump, there wasn't that much of a difference. You know what I mean? To me. So if there was way more of a flavor bomb difference between the two, by getting that extra 10 proof, then I probably would go Ezra. But I think I'm going to stick Heaven Hill.
Yeah.
I think that's going to win the...
Heaven Hill wins by $3.
I am curious to see how you guys like either of these against the Old Crow when you guys do whatever you guys do that.
If we do a whole like best of.
I think we should. Josh, I'd really like to have you back on for that one.
I mean, you tell me when, and I mean
Tomorrow. You free?
After like 8.
So most of the time when we're free. Yeah.
Well, no, actually tomorrow I have a work party. So
Oh, good for you, man.
yeah, I'm excited.
That's what's up.
But no, as far as you're talking about like being back and stuff, I would be happy to come back if you
Absolutely.
want me to come back.
Yeah. We got to get Zach on your show too, because Zach wasn't able to. I filled in for Keith.
Yeah. Which means you haven't met Keith yet.
Brother, if you think you were nervous,
No.
I'm going to go on there and be like, so I don't know what whiskey is.
I sat in for Keith while he went
What
scuba
is this,
diving.
a cup?
Yeah, he went scuba diving for fossils.
Yeah. The company that he went through, whether it's Scott's Diving or whatever it is, they actually teach they used to, I don't know if they still do, they actually teach a class at Westminster. I took it. I took scuba diving.
Oh, I did too.
Did you end up taking it?
Yeah. They never gave me my license and I paid for it.
I took it.
Did you fail?
No, I passed.
All right.
I took it our freshman year.
My final, even my the hose came out of my rebreather.
Oh,
And
jeez.
I had to do when I was under in the pond.
Oh,
I had to do an emergency ascension, and I remember to put my hand over my head, and they were like, "That was very good," and I was like, "Thank you."
I was too freaked out to go do I just did all the pool stuff. I didn't pay for the certification. But
well-
it was the
well-
same company comes and does a class at Westminster.
Yeah.
And it's great because you get a PE credit and just like a regular
stewards?
and like a regular credit.
And
Or the swim
theoret-
credit. You got the swim
and
credit. because of-
Theoretically, you get a scuba license out of it, but
you
I
did that.
wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Well,
If you went to the quarry and did it, I didn't. I was too
I did
too
go to the
scared.
quarry. I woke up at 7 a.m.
to actually clarify, Keith actually works there for them. now.
Oh, he works for them. Oh, that's awesome.
Can he get me my license?
I don't.
It's probably expired even if you did have it.
Yeah, I don't know how that thing works. You talk to Keith about it.
We've been out for a while.
Keith, can I get my license? I haven't been holding on to this for a decade. It's fine.
Over a decade there, Haas. It's been a bit.
John, I'm going to need to ask you to shut up.
Anyway, yeah, I took the class my freshman year with some friends, and
See, I took it my senior year, so
I was gone by then.
it's been a decade for me.
Little.
Well, anyways, yeah, I
Shut up!
would love to be back, and I look forward to doing more collaborations with you guys.
Absolutely, I'm pumped.
As we were discussing before, like we're staying out of the podcast business, so it's all you. And
So we'll still keep our tag of Pittsburgh's first and only whiskey podcast.
That's right. That's right.
I'm just waiting for someone else to start one up, and then we're like, well, okay, got to tape over this.
Pittsburgh's first and best podcast, whiskey podcast.
there's someone on Instagram. I think so. They're called like 412 Whiskey or something like that.
Oh, I don't know that one. I usually see. Maybe I am. I'll have to look. I
We're
don't
gonna
know.
have to go cut somebody.
I don't know them, and I haven't seen them post anything about their.
Don't get to know them. It humanizes them.
I mean, there's plenty of people that do reviews.
Right.
But so far as like whiskey
As
review
long
podcast,
as they don't drink bourbon and talk about it.
right?
Well, if they drink everything.
Can't do that either. We say bourbon, but we mean everything.
Anyway, thank you for coming.
Yeah.
I had a blast. Look
John's
forward,
like, "Get
like
out
you
of my
said,
house."
looking forward to. Shut up. You can go. Looking forward to more collabs with you guys. Again, go check them out on YouTube, Thrifty Whiskey. I'll make sure in all the show descriptions and everything, I will link
thank you.
the site out. And then, yeah, Zach, I guess there's only one other thing to do. Zachary, Josh, cheers to you two.
John, Josh, cheers to you two.
And cheers to you.